Hello everyone. How is everybody doing? Hopefully everyone is doing well. Yup, it's me again, and let's talk. Today, I want to talk about a topic of interest for a lot of people, myself included, the relationship. I feel like a big number of relationships around us are not doing so well. Whether it's a new relationship that are few months old or unions that have lasted years. People are walking away from relationship a lot nowadays. I believe there is a greater influence on relationship from external force nowadays. Social media, music, film, and pop cultures in general. There are other stress factors such as finance, but in this video I would like to talk about communication and relationship. Who would imagine that in 2020, communication and relationship should be easier than it was in 20 years ago? FaceTimes, WhatsApp, Messenger are all good, but this is not what I'm talking about. Communication for me in relationship is about being able to express how you feel or what you want, and also being able to understand how the other person feel or want. It is important to understand that humans have natural need for connections and being understood. Therefore, communication is just as important to your partner as it is for you. But how much effort do we put towards understanding this and attempting to improve the quality of our relationship? A lot of relationship start off nicely. People call and text back a lot. They spend a lot of time together and do stuff such as buying gifts and cooking for their partners. Then, a few months down the line, things start to change. The calling and the texting reduce and they spend fewer days together. What's changed? I am a strong believer in actively trying to be a better person in relationship. It's important that your partner also tries to grow with you in terms of communications. You may want to share this video with them, so I want to share with you my top 4 tips for great communication in a relationship. Tip number 1: figure out both of your communication style. People have different style of communication, and you should take times with your partner to find out what both of your style are. You do not need to have the same style. Some people respond to words while others respond to actions. Some people want to solve issues immediately while other people would rather wait a few days and talk things over. So, for an instance, if you are having an argument and you know your partner takes things you say very seriously, you don't want to say something careless that you may regret it later. You also don't want to tell them something that will make them more upset. Conversely, if they respond to words of affirmations positively, you should make a point to prize their wins, whether big or small. Your partner may not even know what their style is. It is therefore important to take time and make observations of how they respond to different causes. Tip number 2: find out what your partner needs. Social scientists have identified 6 universal human needs, which differ based on the people's core value. They include serenity, variety, significance, and contribution or given. I don't want to go too much in depth on what those are. I might make a video on them at some point in the future. But what I am trying to say is find which among of those are the most important to your partner and figure out how you can support them. For instance, giving is a great source of satisfactions for people to give lives and relationship, meaning your partner may require you to give your time, attention, a second chance, and financial resources, and so. Similarly, you should ask yourself whether your partner is giving enough to you. If not, you may want to discuss it with them. Or certainty, it's important to realize just how fundamental certainty is to the human existence. The need to look for pleasures and avoiding pain. Therefore, ensure through proper communications that your partner is assured that their feelings will not get hurt. Do not flip-flop on them, because that creates uncertainty. The third tip: be honest in your relationship. This may sound cutesy, but honestly, it's a fundamental quality in any successful relationship. First, be honest with yourself about what you want from a relationship with the person you are with. If you are only there to have a little fun, you need to be clear about it with them so that you avoid misunderstanding and heartbreaking. If you are there because you are looking for a life partner, you need to share your expectations with them honestly, also to extend to such a things as sharing information that your partner ordinarily needs to know. For an instance, they need to know where you are hanging out during your free time, how your work is going, your health, and more. In relationship where we are living together, we need to be open about finance. Do not make a huge financial commitment that will affect your partner without telling them. And to be honest, this is a whole video by itself. Honestly, extend to communicating your feelings and discussing issues openly as they arise. If you or your partner is not on the wrong, you need to clear things up. A lot of people cover things up and assume everything is okay. The fourth tips: learn to forgive. Any relationship is bound to experience disagreement, big ones and small ones. Most people are able to get past those disagreements, but we intend to have an argue to bring up mistakes our partner made in the past and curtain disagreements. This happens when you want to win an argument as opposed to solving the issues at the hand. I will say that again. Ask yourself whether you are trying to win an argument or solving a problem. This will help you avoiding bringing up all the stuff just to make your partner feel bad or to hide your own mistakes. Remember, you and your partner are trying to grow. Bringing up old mistakes might make them feel like they are not growing. Perhaps they are trying to become better. Picture this. Imagine a person trying to quit smoking, but their partners keep reminding them how hard it is to quit and they may never quit. Will that be helpful? No. So do not try to bring your partner down. Build them up instead. Remember this, relationships help us learn more about ourselves. You may never know you are good at cooking until your partner pointed it out. You may never know you like rock climbing until your partner introduces you to the sport. That's how important relationships are. We need to take them seriously. We need to be self-aware as much as we are in relationship. We need to learn our toxic behavior and unlearn them. We need to reinforce our positive traits. It is the only way we will have fruitful relationship. And sometimes we asking ourselves, what's God's wrong? And this is the fifth tips that I want to share with you guys. And also, sometimes you start questioning what goes wrong. Sometimes we say the mistakes is coming from them, sometimes not. And we say, yeah, it's my mistake. And all that depends about the problem. Just if you look at it from the beginning, everything in the beginning was so smooth, so beautiful. Did you ask yourself why? I will tell you why, guys. is communications. Yes, as what I said before, communications. If you see in the beginning of the relationship, we see that we are good and everything was perfect. Why? Because the communication still exists between you and your partner, and that's what makes the relationships keep going. Just if you think about it, after a while we start not to communicate anymore. We start having the silent treatment in the relationship, and that's basically what starts the problem. Sometimes from your side, sometimes from your partner's side. And that's the problem from the beginning, is the silence and ignoring the fact that we don't communicate more often. Just if you think about it, a problem after a problem and a problem after a problem, the silent treatment makes the problem get bigger from one side, and the same from your partner's side. Really, we need to communicate more often. This is why we need to have a daily conversation from time to time, like from the beginning of the relationship, because you communicate a lot more to make your partner loves you and staying with you. I'm going to tell you one thing, guys. Psychology always say, when you are ignored by the person his attentions mean the most to you, your brain will show a similar reaction to physical pain. Yeah, imagine that. Because of the silent treatment, your brain will make you feel like you are really having a physical pain in your body. And that's what I'm saying. We need to communicate more often. Do you believe, guys, how many percent of divorces happened in those times? It's too high number. It's really too high, especially right now during quarantine and COVID-19 is going on, because people start to face each other. They start sitting in the same house because most of the works start going to be at home, and right now their faces in front of each other for 24 hours. And before, you spend most of the day out and you back at home tired and you go to sleep after a long day. And because of the quarantine, they start communicate, and that's why their ratings increased, because they quit the communication between each other, and just now they start to communicate again and noticed the issue they have, and they could have prevent all this problem earlier if they only talk to each other. That's why divorces get so high according to psychologytoday.com. They're saying they have a study from 1970 until 29. From the 1,000 marriage, 2.6 rate average of divorces happened, and this number has doubled between 2019 and 2020. From the 1,000 marriage, 5.5 rate average divorces happened. See the high numbers? And to be honest, a healthy relationship is where two independent persons just make a deal, and the deal will help make the other person to be the best version of himself. And you see, they make a deal, which means they communicate. They are in the knowledge to understand each other, and they talk about every problem they are having because they want to make the best of their partner. And yeah, guys, communicate more often. Talk to your partner. Tell them everything with open heart. Even if it will hurt at the beginning, let it hurt. Just don't let it become a bigger problem. Then you both cannot deal with the problem, and after that everyone will go in separate ways. And sadly, when someone gets hurt, everything is over, everything is going to be done. And I am only saying one thing: when things get wrong and everyone get in a different way, please stop sending them a long paragraph after they hurt you. They don't care, and nothing will say will guilt the trip into caring about you. Just take your dignity and let it go. This is my message, guys, to make your relationship be the best of it. Communicate more often. And yes, guys, in the end, I wish you all the happiness and the enjoyment for every individual person that are listening and watching me, and even for those people they are not watching me and not listening to me. I wish all the happiness for the whole world. Yeah guys, and also as my message, don't forget about self-care. Focus about self-care. That's how you can be happy and go through your day with all of the problem and all of the good things. See you guys until next time.